welcome back to another video. This is Touchline Vision here. So we did the previous prediction for Brazil and Norway. We said, actually, Norway and Ivory Coast. We said Ivory Coast is going to win on penalties. That ended up being wrong because in the 85th minute, Holland got the second goal, which won it for Norway. So going back to the probability percentages that we did earlier, um, the 44% win was pretty accurate. I think Norway edged it. I guess my predictions aren't that reliable anymore. But just for the sake of predicting, um, because they're simply predictions, they don't always have to be right. I think I was on the right track. Um, it would be embarrassing if I get this one wrong because of France and Sweden. There's a big gap. You have the likes of Doué, Mbappe, Dembele, Olise. Too many talents. I mean, it's not that Sweden doesn't have any. Like you got Ayari, Gyökeres, Isak. Um, this should be a dominant display by France. I mean, a Norway side that is potentially going to be dark horses. We saw in the group that they beat 4-1. They beat Senegal 3-1. They beat Iraq 3-0. So they conceded 2 goals and they scored around 11 goals so far. The knockouts are a bit more competitive. Looking at Sweden, their best display was against a Tunisia side that's struggling. They basically took advantage of their situation and they just beat them 5-1. But then Netherlands, who France would beat and who got eliminated by Morocco, basically beat them 5-1. Netherlands destroyed Sweden and neutralized their efforts, and they fell into the 3-point but 0 goal difference category until they tied a Japanese side that was very good but has flaws. Japan from that group also got eliminated by Brazil. Um, it would be crazy if Sweden somehow advanced. Um, I think upsets can happen, but I don't think because Netherlands and Japan got eliminated from that group, Sweden is gonna follow them. That's not the logic. It's France is just simply a lot better. Um, I just think if you were to come and say that they lost 5-1 to Netherlands, France would do 7-1. That's not how knockouts are. Knockouts are more competitive than that. I would say France 4, Sweden 2. A very exciting match. But France definitely are just too good. 4-2 or 3-1, 3-2, something in that regard. I mean, sometimes the scoreline might not be right, but it's the same point in terms of how they dominate, and in terms of the systems that they play, in terms of how the match looks. The goals might be wrong, but they get the points. They get the round of 16 spot. That's just the main point. It could be any of those score lines. I'm just gonna say 3-0 or 2-1, 3-1. Let's just say 3-1, and it could be something else. I'm just gonna say anything around that area sounds right. I doubt that Sweden would upset France. I don't think it's possible. So the round of 16 is basically going to be Paraguay and France. We saw Germany, Netherlands eliminated. Today we're going to see Norway, France advance. It would make no sense for all of these European teams to be eliminated, especially when we're talking about France, who have been so dominant so far. We saw what their players have done at club level. Olise at Bayern, Doué and Dembele at PSG, Mbappe at Madrid. Um, Too much firepower in their attack. Even their defense with, Upamecano, Saliba, these guys is very, very good. This France squad, their depth has only gotten better over the years. Um, I think that with Sweden, they have a lot of potential. They have Gyökeres, who's a Champions League finalist. Isak, not great at Liverpool, but can come to the rescue for Sweden. And Ayari is probably the young prospect that everyone is looking at. He could have represented Tunisia, but chose to go with Sweden. Um, Yassine Ayari is a very wonderful talent. I think he's going to get one assist, maybe, if not a goal. And Gyökeres and Isak will score. I don't know how to make this 4-2. I'm just sticking with 4-2 to France. Um, But yeah, we should see Paraguay, France in the round of 16. Um, I think that will be it. I could have done a more in-depth tactical analysis, um, but everyone knows by now what France really is about. It's not really a stranger to anyone. So it seemed like a straightforward prediction. I think France Paraguay is what we're expecting to see. And all in all, this bracket looks interesting. You know, with Canada, Paraguay, Morocco, Brazil, Norway, France. This is a very interesting round of 16, and I'm excited to see what happens throughout this tournament. Which is why I want you guys to like, subscribe, and comment below what you think, and stay tuned in for more updates. Thank you guys for watching.